to a very special edition of Diamond Cast. I have Diamond Black sitting together on the couch.
Hello.
The casting couch.
Not the casting couch.
We'll
Straight
see
away
about
there.
that later. It's where this ends up going, I don't know.
We've just come straight off the back of Hellfest.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, how was it, guys?
That was wicked, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. We had a blast, and it was definitely one of my favorite summer festivals ever. It's amazing.
Oh, the festival itself was awesome, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's really well themed. It's really cool. It's the first time going there, and it's wicked. Our set was great. Really nice time. We had like the thoroughfare, so we got a lot of people walking through and stopping and watching us, which is really cool. Yeah. Apart from hay fever, great time.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty challenging day for us in terms of all the logistics and stuff, but I think it couldn't really have gone much better. And what was really ace was how good the front of house and the sound people were, the monitor people on the stage. They were just super helpful and calm, and we had such a short changeover, but they really made it work. And of course, we had Freddy T with us, tour managing, and Rish, both of whom just made the whole thing really seamless. So I actually felt, just before we go on stage, I actually felt quite chill. I didn't feel stressed because everyone had taken care of things so well. And then the show itself was just joyful. And I remember during that, us being able to do our thing on the big stage, it really felt to me like there was a sort of transition happening of this is us moving into the next part of our journey now. We've sort of arrived at a new place. And I was really proud of us that we had like no sign check, no line check. We just went on and we did it. Yeah. And we proved that we could do it. Just with like so little preparation, not preparation, but getting on the stage and just fucking having to just do it. Like, right guys, go. And being able to own it like that from the off and just project, I think, 100% show from the minute we started
Yeah, you definitely did that
to the
where
end.
I was sitting.
Yeah. So yeah, it was really nice, and some, like, new fans and a few people that we sort of recognised from other things, part of our journey, who'd come along to support us and stuff. So it was a great day. Yeah, and the festival itself is just bizarre. It's like stepping into a whole different world. This sort of Hellfest world, this Hellfest town.
It was like a town.
Hell
It's a
City.
little bit like a movie set or a secret
Yes,
cinema or something like that. It's really amazing. It makes you feel like you don't need to go anywhere else. Just that's where you live now.
Totally. Yeah. And like you said, there were probably more T-shirts for the festival being worn than I think I've seen in any other festival.
It's the best branded festival I've ever seen. I mean, literally everywhere you walk, there's somebody with a Hellfest hat or a shirt or a bum bag. I saw loads of different things. I was like,
There's a whole chapel they built just to sell merch.
Yeah. Whereas, like, and then the band merch was in like a small tent around the corner. Theirs was like, it looked like a church, didn't it?
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, but it says
Really cool.
the dark citadel of merch.
Yeah.
It was ace. But yeah, I mean, it's just a cool name for a festival, isn't it?
That's why, isn't it?
Because other festivals
Hellfest.
have like probably names that historically go back or whatever, blah blah. But just Hellfest, there's no message, is there?
You can't get any more metal than that. Yeah, hell.
And we were in the metal corner, we were playing.
Yeah,
Metal corner.
and you can't get much more metal than us. Like, I even wore this, my new Rob Halford's stroke Udo Dirkschneider metal bracelet, and that proves that we're metal. So
Nice.
We kind of balances out the power beats or whatever.
exactly, I thought I'd put it right next to this one as well. Like the full contrast there, sort of covers all bases. So it was interesting. I think we played between two quite heavy bands as well. But I was really proud that, certainly, like, sometimes in the past I've sometimes felt a bit like with previous bands, because I've never been in like a metal band. There's always been a sort of melodic element. And what can often happen when you are in a band that has like a rock band, or you have metal elements, is you get put on these bills with bands that are much heavier than you, and you can sometimes, certainly I've always felt in the past, a bit sort of like, oh no, maybe we're not heavy enough. But I thought, fuck it, we're good, and we believe in what we're doing, and that's what metal is. That's what alternative music is. It's like believing in something that you do.
But we're heavy contrasted with the softer bits,
Yeah, and
If it's just like all the time, then you don't notice it so much.
Yeah, we have some heavy songs.
yeah, exactly.
A mix of everything.
You don't have to be heavy. I mean, it's an alternative music festival, and there are loads of different types of music for all different alternative tastes at Hellfest, and that's why it's good, because you can just kind of meander to whatever you like and find those things. So I don't think it really matters how heavy one's band is.
I mean, Foo Fighters aren't that heavy.
Yeah,
And of the Offspring aren't that.
No, exactly.
That's exactly right. And I think being heavy is more about an attitude and a state of mind. And us going and doing what we do, that's being like alternative. That's being heavy rather than like, maybe we should only play the really heavy songs so make sure no one hates us. Not that we've got many heavy songs, but I've been in bands before where it's been like, oh God, we've got to not play that one tonight and not play that one tonight, because maybe it's like, fuck it, play what we play. We are who we are.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Thank you. I didn't even prepare that.
What did you think of kind of the way it was laid out, I suppose, and the kind of the system that they had and all those sorts of things?
I think it's always going to be tricky in a festival, most festivals in the summer, apart from in England, that it's going to be so hot.
Yeah.
And
It's crazy hot.
and it is something that I think needs to be taken into consideration, that it's, whether you be band or whether you be fan, that you have to be quite careful that you're in this blazing sunshine for X amount of hours. And just being mindful of that with like sunburn and dehydration.
Take your own fan.
Take your own fan.
We bring our own stage fan.
Yeah, we brought our own huge fan, which would be like
Two fans.
two
Yeah,
fans.
we've
Two
got two
fans.
fans.
And two
We have
small
two
ones.
Because you've all got such great hair that you need to have this like giant wind machine in front
Yeah,
of
exactly.
you when you're on stage, and it shows in the photos and the video.
Does it?
It really shows. Like it looks like you're on some sort of mountain or cliff edge, or the wind is just. It's great.
Nice.
So yeah, the fans.
But there was like a waterfall bit you can walk through. So,
Oh, there was Did
so
you
there
see
was
the
like
waterfall? There was like a.
it was
a
catered
big
for
arch
the heat.
with rain, fake rain, and you could just walk through it, and loads of people running through it to keep cool.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And there were some guys with water pistols shooting people. half the
I don't know if that was part of the
No,
festival.
no,
or
it
just
was.
for
It
fun.
was because if you waved at them, they were like,
Cool, that's a fun job.
yeah.
Well, speaking of which, I didn't tell you guys this, but I was randomly walking down the street in Liège, and these two girls just said, "Pardon, monsieur," and I was like, "Pardon?" And then one of them shot me with a water pistol, and the other was filming it.
No.
So hopefully that will turn up online somewhere.
Oh,
It's
right,
like, foolish English
TikTok.
idiot falls for prank.
Oh yeah. If anyone sees that on TikTok, send us a link.
It's going to be on TikTok. There must be a compilation of all the people that they shot.
The brilliant thing is, I genuinely went, "Pardon." I did it. I
I'm
was-
used to speaking French now.
I know.
It's language. It's like, and sometimes I started doing it as well to people. I was carrying a fan, like a little fan, plugged into my USB charger. And I was walking around all day with that, and loads of people get coming up to me and speaking French to me and
Fan me.
asking if they could have a bit of my
Fan.
fan.
Your fan.
Yeah, because it was so crazy hot.
What
I was
happened
like, I just had it on my shoulder like a
The
parrot to
parrot
cool my
fan.
neck down. Yeah. And everybody was just like, "This is a great idea. I wish I thought of it."
Have you seen those things that you can like wear around your neck? That's like
Yes,
a fan.
reminds me of the thing in Saw 3.
Have you seen
Oh
that?
yeah. Why did you take the
If you take it
guard
off,
off?
it kills you. So I'm a bit scared of them.
Okay.
Or like a battle royale.
It's gonna blow your head off.
Yeah.
Well, we'll blow your head off with air.
Yeah.
Quick.
Did you see any bands?
Yeah, man, I saw the Offspring. Well, we didn't get too much. We went to see the Offspring afterwards, which is awesome because, like, "Pretty Fly for a White Guy" is a song that like got me into rock. Well, I mean, my parents always played me like the Sweet and stuff, but like that Offspring was my first me band, and I did a nice bit of crowd surfing. Crowd surfed over the front for "Pretty Fly for a White Guy," and now that's why I'm a bit beaten up today.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was really fun. Yeah. It was like non-stop crowd surfing, everyone for the whole festival. So in England, they're a bit like, "Oh, no crowd surfing, you get thrown out." At Hellfest, it was just like non-stop all the time. So I was like, well, if everyone else is doing it,
Did you go out over to the front and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
run
yeah.
back around again?
no, I only did it once.
Or did-
well, it was the second to last song.
Oh,
So,
okay. So you came
but
out.
it's- yeah, it's fine.
That's what I bumped into you.
yeah. But it's easier than trying to get back through the crowd as well.
That's true.
Practical and fun.
Yeah. What about anyone else? Did you see any other bands?
I saw a little bit of Therapy and The Offspring. That was about it. It's just that we were setting up and.
Oh, we saw
doing
some
all
of the Foo
sorts
Fighters, didn't we?
but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think sometimes when you're playing at a festival, you are working, so that's the predominant focus. And then if you can see some other bands, it's kind of a bonus. Certainly, that's before the show, I can't really focus on anything other than the show.
Professional goss.
Well, I came.
Comedy.
You know, we can see you in the background, right? You're in the shot at the minute.
Everyone, this is Freddy T in the fridge.
Yeah, I watched a bit of the Offspring because backstage they had a screen where you could and a really good sound system where you could watch the gigs, which was good. And it sounded to me like they did a really good set list of pretty comprehensive of like the best, biggest stuff. And they were a band that helped me get into punk music because I think when their earlier stuff, like particularly the Smash album, which I think was huge for a lot of people, the one with Self Esteem and Come Out and Play and stuff on it, Got to Get Away. That's such a good tune. It was. I remember at that time, people who like Nirvana and Pearl Jam also like the Offspring. So it was almost like a grunge element to the Offspring at that time. That it was this. And they were always on MTV and stuff. And those sort of bands at that time sort of came together. And at that point, the Offspring weren't really wacky. And I think later they became a bit more known for being more wacky from sort of Pretty Fly onwards and made it a bit more of their kind of unique selling point of we're a fast punk band. We also have this like comic cartoon element to us.
Well, that's like the theme of pop punk as well.
Yes.
When they're going into like Blink-182 and stuff like that. So
Yeah, so they probably were pioneering that.
yeah.
I suppose the first like comedy element, but sort of quirky element that was the Come Out and Play sort of spoken word stuff on that. But yeah, that first few sort of Offspring albums really likes the first two. I haven't listened too much, but there's some really good stuff on there. It's like quite dark punk, and then Smash is really good. I really like Ixnay. It's probably my favourite one because it's that sort of middle ground between still really heavy and dark, but better produced. Before it went, like for me, a little bit too wacky with the later albums. But Americana's great as well. Some really good tunes. What are your favourite Offspring albums?
Ixnay Nombre is my favourite album.
Good joy.
Yeah, actually, I suppose they're going a bit wacky on that one. But then you've got like Gone Away, which is like really emotional.
Incredible.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
my
that's
favourite.
They're all great tunes, and then you remember and you're like, oh yeah, that
Yeah.
one. Like yesterday when they were on, like I was hearing some of the songs and I was like, that's another
Yeah,
banger.
they're all bangers, man.
Yeah. Tell us about the actual gig, the actual performance. What was it like on stage, and how? I mean, Ben, you touched on like how excited you were and everything, and how you felt. Give us some more like details about that.
Vinny V.
Well, I said we had a blast, but the beginning was a little bit stressful because, like Ben said, there was no sound check, there was no line check. But the good thing is we were kind of used to those kinds of scenarios where we had 5-minute sound check or just 10-minute line check, things like that. So apart from that, for me personally, I think it went really well. I really enjoyed it. It was our first time at Hellfest, and it was amazing. It just felt amazing. We were talking about, man, I can't believe we're Hellfest. A few years ago we were just playing somewhere in Camden, and now we're actually playing Hellfest. It's just amazing. It's an amazing feeling that we've come this far in just a short amount of time, and I really loved it. Yeah,
Yes.
baby.
Thanks to you guys. I thought it was wicked. I really like playing on the big stage and like being able to look out at everyone and then run around and stuff. I couldn't run around I could run around less and less as the show went on because I seemed to spin around in one direction every time I do a spin, and so my cable gets coiled tighter and tighter until so when before the last song I had to unplug and like straighten out so I can move again. But like it was wicked, man. Looking out, and because people could come around the sides of us as well, so like doing like a not 360, like a 180 show. It was really
Yeah, I
really
saw
fun.
you performing around and performing to the people
Yeah.
on the left as well.
Yeah, good.
So,
That's wicked, man.
and Ben, you were on stepping out. I liked when
Working
you both
it.
stepped out onto the boxes in front of you as well. That was quite cool.
Yeah. I also just want to add, because from where I was sitting, I can see these guys. Both of them were really rocking out, and I was like, man, these guys are rocking out. So I should really hit it. Rock. They just look so cool, like I said, because I was right in the middle.
Yeah.
And then perfect angle from these two. It
This
just
is-
looks awesome.
That what inspired your mega fill.
Yes.
Yeah, which actually made me laugh over the microphone. It
was so banging.
It was so good and so like outrageous. It seemed to go on for about 8 bars.
I think you should do that again.
It just surprised me with it. I think what made it so enjoyable for me was to know that you guys were completely like giving it everything. And so there were moments where, like, I know there's a moment in Sorrow where I had to go off and get some water, and then you just took over on the mic and were like talking to the crowd. And I think having that sort of knowing that we've all got each other's back the whole time makes us all feel more energized and more enthused and more like up for it, because you've got that confidence that we're going to be there to support each other. Plus, like having Rish and Freddie, I felt like they really had our back, and if anything went awry, well, we'd fix it, you know, so it doesn't fucking matter. And then it took the fear out of it, so you can just really, really enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I always feel super confident about performing because I just love it. It's just the logistics of the things that can undermine that slightly, like the technical. Can something go wrong? What do we do if something goes wrong? So when you've got having people like having your back and you two being so like just the powerhouse, then it's just it makes it really, really fun. And I think we really proved that we can totally own a big stage.
It helps
Yeah.
that we're on Le Petit tour. And so we did a wicked warm-up show in Liège.
Yeah.
I pronounced that right.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
And it showed as well, that camaraderie showed in Liège as well, because there's a few times on stage when you swapped sides and you were laughing, there was something going on stage which was funny, which made everyone in the audience like laugh with you. And we don't know what it was.
Well, I mean, we had to share one microphone.
Yeah.
So we went a bit 80s with it.
It's really cool.
Yeah,
You just like went straight with it, and it was really, really well done and professionally executed. And for me, filming was absolutely a dream because of the interactions on stage were great, because then I could get that and capture that sense of happiness. I
And
guess.
we have a lot of fun. You know,
Yeah.
even though it's like serious songs, it's still a fun time. Yeah.
Of course, yeah. We want to bring a enjoyment and positivity to people. I noticed that when I look around at you guys, you're always like smiling. Even you know, it's even though it's like dark rock, it's just enjoyment to it. It's not somber. It's a sort of celebration. But sometimes that whole like people like it when things go wrong because it breaks the fourth wall a bit, and they see that sort of fun happening. It's like why we like watching blooper reels. It's because we like seeing everyone crack up.
But it's also a bit of a uniqueness to the show, isn't it? It's like, oh, look, I watched this.
What was good about the Liège show is that I'm standing right in front of you filming and taking pictures, and I didn't notice something had gone wrong. I just thought you were having a really good time, and you were like, okay, we're going to swap sides. It's going to be funny. You know, it didn't look like anything wrong. It looked like you were just like, you know, trying like different performance movements, and I was like,
Changing the blocking.
Yeah.
Great, yeah. And it looked like you're doing it on the fly. So I was like, yeah, this
Well,
is
it
great.
was.
You should do it again next time. And
Just
then,
inspired by a microphone going out.
and then yesterday in Hellfest, you know, you were enjoying it as much and really like smiling. I mean, you are the happiest dark rock band. I think.
Well, it's because people in the crowd are smiling at us, so I smile back at them.
Well,
It's just polite, isn't it?
I think you can't frown at them. We're a dark rock band.
Stop smiling.
Stop having fun.
Yeah, someone stop having fun.
Been the catchphrase.
We can have, yeah, it is.
Give in the back. Stop having fun.
We can have like a fun monitor that goes around the audience, just checking if people are smiling and putting a stop to it.
What, like the alcohol monitor in Hellfest?
Yeah. Oh my god, did you?
think
Like you
that's
could
it.
measure your alcohol level
Yeah,
on a
and then-
screen.
But
I
I
assume
thought,
it's for people leaving before they drive, right? Not just like,
I never
be like,
thought that.
bing, bing, bing. Not enough, buy more.
that's
Not drunk enough.
I thought it was just a fun bar when you go there and it, like you measures your alcohol in a minute and it goes, need a beer.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it pours you a beer. And then
Oh, cool, that'd be awesome. Yeah, dispenses them.
because I didn't when we went in, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go there because I don't have anything to drink. So I was like gonna see if I could, you know, if it would say to me that I needed to go and get something to drink. But yeah, loads of people were checking on the way out. And now we know why.
Right.
Probably trying to
So it
draw.
wasn't like, based on your alcohol level, we have decided you need 2 pints and 3 shots
Yeah.
dispensed.
Cheers, Hellfest. Yeah. Cheers, Hellfest. Okay, cool.
So, what's next? What we're doing next?
We've got a show in Nantes tomorrow at LOVECRAFT.
I'm glad you pronounced it, not me.
Well, I didn't know if I really pronounced it. I attempted to pronounce it.
Lovecraft.
LOVECRAFT. Oh, no, fuck it. And then we go home the next day. So I think we're pretty excited about playing tomorrow because we've done these 2 shows in a row. We've got on a roll. We feel good about it now, and it can always be like a sort of celebration of what a great tour. Inevitably, when you come out and you do the first show on a tour, there's always a little bit of nerves. Certainly, there was for me anyway. And there was a bit of nerves around Hellfest as well. And now I feel like we've done all that successfly, and it's been great. And I can just enjoy tomorrow, like full on. So yeah, that would be great. That would be really good. Come down. And
To the show?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
they're going to be like when we get back home.
Oh, yeah, come down alert when we come back home. Buzzkill. Yeah, so that's tomorrow. I think it'll be really good.
We're staying in this really nice little apartment as a band in Nantes.
No.
So we got no travel tomorrow. It's going to be fun. It's just like go down the road. Yeah, it's going to be a really chill one.
Yeah, we've got quite a nice house here.
Yeah, we did like a 10-hour drive on Saturday, so
Yeah.
it's going to be nice to play a show just around the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good. And then how long is the drive home?
So you have to ask our special guest when he arrives. He's also our tour manager.
That's good, isn't it? Having a tour manager who can speak French
Yeah, that's very
and
helpful.
who's a musician who can also get guitar on the finale.
Pretty perfect, really. Yeah, I mean that was a really sort of fortuitous state of affairs. You know, we're thinking about who can tour manage us, and we really wanted to get somebody who could play, because just very naturally part of the set has become the last song where I just sing, and that really gives me the ability to connect with the audience in a different way. So it's like there's sort of a different vibe for the last song, and I really enjoyed being able to have that freedom and go around and sort of like high five with the kids.
Really go for it as well. Like I was looking at some of the footage from yesterday, and like I'm just panning across, and then you're just like, yeah, like this, and and it's brilliant, and it's like it's like I've been set free from my guitar. Like,
Well, we mix the songs up a bit live as well, don't we? So we do like extended endings, so it's like, rather than on-recorded.
Yeah, exactly, and it really helps with that, being able to have that accessibility and reach the crowd. And I get it. I know a lot of singers who also play. They feel if they don't have an instrument that they lose confidence, or they feel weird or whatever. But I don't mind. I love it. I love playing and singing. I love singing with no guitar as well, which is quite a new discovery. Which again was just very natural that we did on this spree tour. And now it feels like it's quite a cool part of the set. So when we can do it, we will.
Yeah, man.
And when we were thinking of who could tour manage it, one of the things I was thinking was, what if it was someone who could actually play as well, and then come and do that last song? And it really worked out well with Freddie T. Because, and then it was like extra bonus. Oh, he speaks fluent French and English, and we're going on a French tour. So that was actually pretty indispensable.
but you didn't know that beforehand.
I did, but I didn't think of it first of all. It wasn't my first thought. It was like, oh yeah, and he speaks French. So that was pretty indispensable in the end on this tour with the communications.
Trying to find the right entrance. to
Yeah.
Hellfest.
How many times have we needed to talk to somebody in fluent French and ChatGPT doesn't cut it?
Yeah, I don't believe what the hype of ChatGPT.
Yes, do not believe the hype. It's not as good as a human at all. AI is not going to take people's jobs. Like when we arrived at the hotel, they had different rooms for 2 different nights, and then actually Fred sorted it out that we didn't have to change, which would have been quite hectic.
Quite a
If we
complicated
didn't
concept. Yeah.
I think that was probably for me. That was the first biggest challenge with the French, with the language barrier, and he was able to sort it out. Yeah, because the rooms were just weird and
Yeah, so
beds and stuff.
if it hadn't have been for that, you'd have been stuck with my D grade level of French. So that probably wouldn't have been great unless we needed some directions to the patisserie.
Which is the same word in French and English.
That's it.
It's been really good. Should we bring him out?
Let's bring him
Bring him
out.
out.
Is he going to come down the stairs like a TV show?
Yes. Like
Come on down!
Freddy Thunder, come on down.
Welcome to Freddy Thunder and Neonfly. So how was it playing at Hellfest with Diamond Black yesterday?
It was really fun. It was my first Hellfest experience. I've never been to the festival as an audience member or as a musician. And yeah, it was really, really fun. It was a great crowd, really nice day to be out there. It was really sunny, really warm. I like sunny and warm days. It was perfect for me. Great weather, great crowd, and great bunch of guys.
Hey.
Right.
We were just singing your praises about being a great tour manager as well.
Oh, well.
So, yeah, it's been really good for you.
Well, I think,
It's been a nightmare for me. Don't trust it.
well, one of the things that makes you such a great tour manager is that you're a musician, so you see it from both sides. You know what a band needs in those sorts of situations, what it feels like to be a band in those situations.
No, that's right. Yeah, and I think when you're out on the road, when you spend so many years out on the road, it's sort of you understand what you expect as a musician, and because a lot of people just don't realize, they just expect you to turn up and do it, right? And they think that you're just gonna rock up with your guitar and turn up on stage, but there's like so much work that happens backstage, and just the ability of understanding that, I think it is vital for any musician on the road.
Yeah, totally. And a disaster was averted on the first night when you thought you were going to have to perform in your shorts.
That's right. That's right. And I think that
Oh no.
those trousers,
Well,
they
these
were Adamston, and they were really, really tight. Because I'm used to wearing tight trousers. But, they definitely squeezed the high notes out of that solo. It's like all the pinch harmonics.
And for the audience, it was quite frightening.
Yeah, armadillos and all that.
Well, so there's two gigs you've played now with Diamond Black. One
Yeah.
in Adam's tight trousers.
One in
One
my
yesterday.
in my own tight trousers.
Your own
So
tight trousers.
Who's trousers am I gonna wear next?
I
I don't wear tight, super tight trousers, so it has got to be
I'm
good.
gonna
Or
have to-
not,
Yeah,
maybe
Natalie's-
Natalie.
Yeah,
maybe need something.
Natalie was really cool trousers. I mean, and just really cool outfits in general. I think
Thank
I
you
should
very
steal
much.
one of your outfits and
Maybe
just
you
wear it
should,
on
yeah, wear it
stage.
tomorrow on stage.
Yeah.
But imagine if you wore something like that with the hat as well. You'd be
I think I'd be
CC DeVille.
really, really cool. I mean, I
Yeah.
think I think all eyes would be on me, and you guys would be upstage, so you'd be jealous, and that is the reason why I don't do it.
So kind, so thoughtful.
Well, it's the last show. Anything can happen.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, it's sort of the traditionally the end of tour prank, all that kind of
Like,
stuff.
get your
Is
race
there a support band tomorrow that we can, I don't know, throw cakes at or whatever they do in those situations?
Waffles or it depends. Eclairs, what you're going for?
Claire,
Eclair.
horrible.
Yeah,
Claire.
that would be a good.
Vince has been after donuts on the whole tour.
Vince has been really, really craving desserts. And then one time we were like, yeah, go on, we encourage him to have dessert. Well, tell us about the eclair.
I was really tempted, and I saw it.
This is quality podcast, man.
And I had it. It was disappointing. It was very disappointing.
You're still thinking about the apple tart from Paul, aren't you?
No, actually, no, because I had a really good waffle last night
Oh,
at
yeah.
Steve. So
Oh,
I think
yeah.
that kind of stopped my craving now.
Those were good waffles.
It was
weren't
amazing.
Yeah.
Probably the best.
they? The food at Hellfest was absolutely amazing.
Everything there was great. It was
Yeah.
really top-notch test.
Yeah. What's your favourite thing that you've eaten on Liberty Tour?
Well, it's coming back to the.
The waffle for me, 100%. It's what's it called? Marmalade, blueberry.
Oh, yeah.
Marmalade
I didn't even
blueberry.
know what you had in it. I just knew it was.
You read it in French, right?
Yeah, I know.
Can
I
you remember,
I don't remember what it said.
Like blueberry something
Was it
with cream, whipped cream.
framboise, wasn't
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
it? Yeah. Raspberry.
yeah, that's it.
Well, that sorbet thing you had last night.
That was good, but I think the best thing I had was that sort of dessert I had in Belgium, which was like a massive plate of strawberries, ice cream, and
Oh, yeah,
cream.
that was good, yeah.
And
That was really good.
yeah, that was.
Oh,
that
in the
was
restaurant.
delicious. Yeah.
It was like a sort of traditional dish or something.
Yeah,
yeah.
I didn't expect it to be that big, but I wasn't displeased by that.
This is fan question time, by the way. We're not just chatting about what we've been eating for fun.
Well,
I don't know. What have I been eating? I haven't eaten
Beer?
much, but I've been sampling the local beverages quite a lot, which has been quite nice. Lots of
Favourite local
Belgian beer.
beverage?
Belgian beer. Oh, I can't remember.
Can't say Belgian beer. it's all-
Jupiler. It was alright.
Jupiler.
No, what we had some. What's that one? No, I don't remember.
you had a triple caramel.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah.
Tea nice.
What's that? Is that a Duvel?
This
I thought I saw you with a Duvel.
Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah.
Got it from the festival.
Pretty strong. Pretty expensive.
It's not expensive. It's not. It's really cheap out here compared to in England.
Yeah, that's true.
Like in England, it costs like, I don't know, a fortune. One of those costs a fortune, but I think here it's like €3 or something.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's cheap.
Don't mess about, mate.
Yeah.
Saving money on tour, see? What about you, Ben?
Well, I think what's more notable is the fact that when I came back from that restaurant, you guys were sat around and you said, "What did you have, Ben?" Just as a conversational thing. Little did I know they had a wager going that they bet. Basically, had decided what they thought I'd eaten on this menu, and there was about 74 things on this menu, right? And I went, "Oh, I just had an omelette." Yes! Absolute celebration from that, because she guessed of all the things that was what I would have. And the brilliant thing was that you had this whole reason as to why you thought I'd done that, because you basically empathised with my neurotic mindset. What? Like, okay, so let's think about this. It's not quite breakfast, but it's not quite lunch. And also, we need some sort of sustenance that's going to take us forward into high protein, but also, it's like you were absolutely right. Everything was spot on. It was so shocking. I think.
How long have you guys been doing this podcast? I think we spent too much time together.
Really?
What did I bet that Ben was going to have an omelette?
An omelette?
What? No, in terms of
From
what?
you.
Yeah, but I bet you a £5.
Yeah, so I owe you a £5 and you owe me an omelette.
That's true. Well, I can make an omelette. I'll give you the money to make the omelette.
And I buy the egg.
Yeah, yeah.
And you make the omelette.
There you go.
Yeah, no, that was quite good. So have we learned anything about each other since we've been living in a house together, and possibly who's got like the weirdest or most interesting living housemate habit?
Well, I love the fact, and I've always loved this isn't new, but it's just been reinforced, the fact that Vincent can sleep anywhere for any period of time, right?
Like
It's just,
You're doing it now.
Scott, sorry, in the shade. A quick little sneaky nap during the podcast. That he's like a switch or something. He's able to go, now I want to sleep, go. Incredible, absolutely incredible. And I'm jealous, I'm impressed. You know, I envy him.
Actually, well, I had a good sleep last night, but the other night I only have 4 hours.
Right.
So how many naps does that mean you have to have a day?
Because I just keep waking up at 5 in the morning. I don't
Can
know
you sleep all
why.
day?
Why I'm waking up at 5 in the morning.
He's the king of the power nap.
Yeah, incredible.
But I guess taking a nap in the van is easy because it's moving and you're not doing anything. What else are you gonna do?
Play Guess Who.
Yeah, we play Guess Who.
Oh, that was the best ever. Yeah, that was really good.
I put a story about that on Instagram. I took a photo of you playing.
Yeah, we play Guess Who, but
playing
you can't
Guess
say
Who.
anything about their physical appearance.
And that's what we're going to say. I'm going to give anything else away because it's so. I think it should be patented or
It's
something.
gold, is it?
It's absolute gold.
You have to
Okay.
guess. You have to guess how to play Guess Who without saying anything about the person's physical
Yeah,
appearance.
so that's all,
What do you think?
all we're going to say
Right,
about
okay.
it.
We think
because-
this is a fucking $1 million idea.
yeah, absolutely. So give our secrets away. I've learned that Nat has just the best outfits ever, and just every day you turn up in something that is just brilliant and imaginative and eye-catching, and
You want to wear my outfit on stage.
yeah,
don't you?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
fighting over it. I've also sort of again reinforced Adam's ability to deal with anything logistical and technical that comes up to do with like gear just really quickly in a crisis situation. There'll be some sort of comedy swearing for like 2 seconds, and then he'll just go and fix it.
Well, like
And it'll
setting
be-
this up. Yeah, there you go. I was like, this is too much to do.
But then he'll just go and do it, like the whole.
Ready now.
You just go and find a solution and just get it done. It's almost like you make it your kind of life mission to not let anything get the better of you when it comes to those technical situations, which is really impressive because in a tour like this, we are under a lot of pressure because we're doing so many different jobs. And then you go, right, I'm going to sort this out now. And I feel really confident that you'll always get it sorted. You always do.
I like problem solving.
And absolutely
I
brilliant.
don't like
at it.
problems, but I
What was,
like
that,
problem
what
solving.
was that thing the other day when you were doing and Ben was like, I can't believe you didn't let it beat you.
Oh, it was the sum up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we had to get someone.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you just sat there working on it for ages and then figured it out. And
And our scrims
Boom.
broke.
Oh, that was
the
big.
thing that holds the thing that holds our scrims broke. So I just went round the venue for about half an hour and tried to figure something out that I could bodge together and make it work.
So that's the banner that goes on the stage.
Yeah,
Live in black. and you.
I was
what
literally
did you
looking at
prepare
everything
it
in the
with?
venue, being like, "Can I attach this to this room to make it work?"
While everyone else is just
Yeah.
preparing to go on stage, and Adam's like, "What can I fix this with?" And what did you fix it with?
Oh, I don't know, a clamp, a light clamp.
A light clamp.
Yeah, yeah.
There you go.
That's really cool. There
Yeah.
you go.
Something we had anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Problem solved.
Again, yes, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So I think that's been really good, and also again reinforced with Vincent, just his just amazing discipline with everything. And what I really liked about what all of you did, there have been quite a lot of challenges on this tour in terms of like time and logistics and heat as well. But everybody stayed happy, everybody stayed joking and jovial and calm, and it's meant that we dealt with it really well. So yesterday was a massive triumph because I think there were so many opportunities that all of us, including yourself, including Rish, could have been pissed off and could have kicked off because it was lots of potentially kick-offable situations. But no one did. Everybody was like, had the emotional strength and intelligence to go, we're doing here, job here. We knew it was going to be challenging and let's just get on with it. And I think that speaks volumes for how I feel optimistic about how we can keep going because this tour has been really challenging and it means that we can just overcome stuff and keep going. Presumably the more we do, the better we'll get at it. And the further up we get, the more kind of, the less of those sort of challenges there'll be, and the more challenges will be like, right, how can we make the set even better tonight? What can we do with the song arrangements and stuff like that? And you've been amazing. Thank you. Absolutely incredible. And really appreciated having you as part of this. We've known each other for many years in different capacities of occasionally doing things together, like come up and play at this.
Occasionally sharing a lot of things as well.
Yeah.
What I've heard. But yeah, do you know what I learned about you, which is really interesting because I've known you for many years and I've known you to be a really professional performer and you love your fans. But I didn't realize to what extent you love your fans, even the metallic ones that you cannot live without because you literally cannot be anywhere without a fan blowing directly at you. In the van, in the hotel room, in the dressing room. I mean, you literally carry it. With different ones as well, like different sizes for different situations. It's unbelievable.
He bought a new one.
He can't live without his fans in any sense.
It didn't work.
It didn't work.
The little plastic
No,
one.
it's rubbish.
It's like
It's got like one job and it didn't
three
work.
in one, and it did not work.
I was livid.
Do you know what? I'm going to go and complain that. As a tour manager, I'm going to go and complain to I'm going to get you a refund for that.
Go back to Dover, to the little shop there, the WH Smith in Dover. If you're watching, we're annoyed. It was actually quite phenomenal.
Call my lawyer.
Tuesday.
It was actually quite phenomenal because this fan the fan was going round, but somehow it was emanating no air whatsoever. Where was the air going? Into some sort of limbo somewhere. It was almost impressive. But yeah, I was livid. I kicked
The
off.
funny thing was,
Oh, so you did kick off
while
one.
two other people were coming at you. That's really the only time anyone's kicked off on this tour. Like, and the whole
That's a bad time,
You're saying
'cause you-
about there being challenges. I think
That must have been a
everything
bit-
has been pretty easy to solve, apart from this one thing, which was the fan didn't end up working, no matter how hard you try.
But it's a loop, right? So the more annoyed you get, the more hot and irate you get, and the fan doesn't work anyway. So it's just like it's like a feedback loop you're in.
If
No,
if only you
no
had
coolness
more
and
fans
get more,
going
get
at
more
the
angry.
same time.
Just to clarify, what this rage actually looks like was this. Oh, how disappointing.
I think I've got it on video actually.
No, it was notable. It's content.
Well, there's a fan right there, and you could even recreate the scene. You grab
I
that
know.
fan there, and
We don't have props on this podcast. We're professional.
Don't need them. We're not gimmicky.
Yeah.
No, it's not gimmick comedy.
No.
But yeah. So that
Couple of
was
crickets there.
the biggest challenge. But yeah, and like, I've worked with you in a different capacity across the years, like you coming up and playing at Shot Through the Heart, which is a night I used to do in London, and I've even done some stuff for your band, Neonfly.
yeah, that's right. That's right.
What was it that we did together? I did with you guys.
Well, we did one of these podcasts as well back in the day when we used to do them, and you came on stage with us for one of our shows in London that we did. You did a little guest spot for us, and yeah, that was back in 2019.
weird pre-pandemic, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was pre-pandemic. And then the shots with Heartstop as well, which was really, really fun. For sure.
And we also did that little tribute band. Not was it? Yeah.
Yeah. We did. We tried to put no. Actually, we played a show. Yeah, we played a show at what was the pub that
The Monarch.
closed now?
Monarch.
Is it closed? But they don't do shows anymore. But
Okay.
it used to be a Camden staple every Sunday night.
Metalworks.
Yeah.
Metalworks,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's right. And we played a little cover set there, which was really fun.
So we had this 5-piece 80s tribute band called 80s Power.
That's right. That's right.
And it was a 5-piece with a keyboard, one guitar. I was on bass and I wasn't very good, but I had some fingerless leather gloves, so that basically saved it.
That's the metal part.
And we did. It was quite the material that we did was actually the lighter end, because we even did a Cher song, didn't we?
Yeah. We did. So we were sort of focusing on the power ballads.
Yeah.
Because we thought it'd be a fun thing to do. And and it was fun. It didn't last very long, but it was fun. It was fun. Yeah.
It was If I Could Turn Back Time.
Nice.
And
Banger.
yeah, it was fun, and I think we did it quite well. But for whatever reasons, it was a short-lived project.
Well, speaking of time, I think we're out of time for this week's episode.
Okay, that was like
That was-
Blue Peter or something. That was brilliant.
Last but not least, shout out to Rish.
Yep. Driver. He's in
Thank you,
the
Rish.
Thank you very much for everyone that's come and see us on the store. And thank you guys at home for watching. We've been Diamond Black. See you next week.
See you next time, guys. Bye.